Hey everyone, I've got 3 more days of my holiday left and I have been shopping and I brought out some things that obviously I'm going to share with you now. So I'm just going to start with kind of the basic stuff first, and then I'll move on to some things that I brought in Sephora and I'll talk about that in a bit. So first of all, I went to Victoria's Secret. I got underwear, which I'm not going to show you, and also some Beauty Rush mists, which I really like these. I got 3 of them, really nice colours. Candy Baby, I got Slice of Heaven, which is really nice, very very sweet, and Apple Teeny, and they were 3 for $25, so that's why I got 3 of those. What I have noticed is, and I don't know if you can see it, they're almost oily, and you have to sort of blend it into your skin, and if you're putting clothes over the top you have to wait till it's really settled before you apply anything, so maybe there's something to put on before you go to bed or something. I also got a fragrance from Juicy Couture. I got the new one, which is called Viva La Juicy, and it's very fruity compared to the original Juicy Couture fragrance. This is much fresher, much fruitier, so it might be something that some of you might want to look into. And I actually brought this at Fashion Island in Orange County, and I saw one of my subscribers and someone that I subscribed to there, which was quite funny. But I didn't say anything because there was someone else, and I didn't know whether they told their friends that they were YouTubers, because I don't tell everyone that I hang out with that I do this. So anyway. I also went to CVS and I brought one hip jelly balm in plush, which is like this, and I'm sure you've seen the reviews that Pinky Charm have done, that's kind of supposed to be like a tender tone by MAC. I don't actually like tender tones that much. I think they don't last that long. I don't think they're that moisturising, but this is, I think, better quality. It is slightly stickier, it's not smooth as a tender tone, but it lasts longer on your lips, and the colour payoff is quite nice. I'm wearing it now. I'm quite happy with that purchase, but I wouldn't buy any of the other colours because they're a bit too rich for me. And I also got, because I love Essence of Beauty brushes, I got this little kit, which is an eyebrow shader brush on one end, and then a perfect smudger for a smoky eye, and I love it. I used it today, it's really good. And it came with this other brush, which is kind of cheapy, very nylon finish, but it's an angle brush. I suppose it's always useful for eyebrows and things like that. And then I did go to Sephora. I hate shopping at Sephora, and it's because everything looks the same. The way they lay out the store, with every brand sort of uniformly presented in the same amount of space, and it's sort of vertical, you can't sort of move around and touch things like you can at a traditional counter. And I think what that does is it detracts from the brands, and it makes it really hard to work out what's unique, because everything looks exactly the same as the next brand and the next brand. And when you're in a big Sephora, it can be quite overwhelming because you have to spend a lot of time having to sort through and try and find out what you're looking for, in my opinion anyway. I did pick up some things, actually 3 things, and I can't say I'm like thrilled with my purchases, but I will talk you through them anyway. I got Too Faced Shadow Insurance. This is obviously the one that's similar to Urban Decay Primer Potion, but in a much more user-friendly packaging. And honestly, I think I still prefer to use a paint pot as a base as opposed to any of these kind of products, because I think a paint pot emphasises colour and makes the eyeshadow work for you much harder than any of these do. This is much creamier to apply. It doesn't dry as quickly as Urban Decay Primer Potion, but it's still as good. It's anti-crease, so you don't notice anything. But I can't say that I'm wowed by it. It's an eyeshadow base. I suppose it's not going to be a miracle product, but I think I still prefer paint pots or the Benefit one that I've been using at the moment. I got one eyeshadow, Very Restrained, by NARS, and this is Lola Lola, which Ellie or Lee Bitters has talked about in one of her videos. It's apparently the shade that's worn by Audrina Partridge, and it's sort of a taupe with gold and lilac undertones. It's basically very very similar to Sable or Satin Taupe, and this is one of NARS's better eyeshadows. I've tried some before. I think my mum actually has a couple, and I haven't been that impressed. I think one of them is called Night Fairy, and it's a lilac colour with gold glitter, but it basically just comes off as gold glitter. But this is much better. It's smooth, it goes on richly pigmented, and yeah, I think this was probably the best purchase that I made from Sephora. It's a pretty colour. And then I do get an Anastasia kit. I didn't need tweezers, so I didn't go for the big one, but I got this one, and it comes with the stencils, which I have used, as you can tell. Sort of an eyebrow growth product, because I get my eyebrows threaded, but I'm trying to grow out this bit. An angle brush with a spoolie there, which is kind of cheap. That probably cost them like $1 to manufacture. And then this, which is probably one of the best products in the kit. It's blonde on this end, brunette here, and what happens is you unscrew it. The powder is in the cap here, and this is sort of this sponge tip applicator, and you use this in conjunction with the stencils which you get in the kit, and you get 3 different stencils. The only one that I could ever use is Petite Arch, which I think is what majority of people on YouTube who obviously got sent this because they all reviewed it at the same time. Anyway, I didn't get it, I had to buy it. Is the most like normal eyebrow shape. I can't imagine how anyone could ever use the large or the high arch. I have no idea, but basically what I found is that not everyone is going to fit into the perfect stencil, and you will have to tailor it to suit your own eyebrow and your own I suppose the look that you're going for. I don't like really thin eyebrows, but I don't like really thick eyebrows either. I think they have to be balanced to suit your face. And if I actually filled all of this in, I would have half brow, half powder, which I don't want because I think it looks really unnatural. I hate drawn on eyebrows. I'd much rather that people just grew the hair and then just tweezed it to suit them. So what I do is I actually just take it and kind of angle it to suit my inner eyebrow, and then I angle it again to try and lengthen this bit and just fill in the bits in the middle so that it looks a lot healthier and just a better eyebrow really. And it does work, it looks good, but it's not something I would bother using every day. I think this is kind of a superfluous purchase actually, and I probably wouldn't recommend that you go out and do this, because I was in CVS yesterday and I saw that they have eyebrow stencils there, and I think you could just use, I mean if you had really dark brown hair, you could just use an eyeshadow from MAC, like Espresso or something like that, to fill in your brows, and that would work just as well as one of these products. But I was interested to try it, so that's my 2 cents on Anastasia. But yeah, that's my haul. I probably don't know if I'm going to buy anything else when I'm here. I have bought clothes and things like that, but I don't know if you're interested in finding out that kind of thing. But yeah, so 3 more days and then I'm home and I'll be in my normal surroundings. So I hope you guys are well and see you soon.